Subject-Verb Agreement. Whenever we communicate, whether written or oral, it is important for us to follow the rules under Subject-Verb Agreement. This is for the purpose of helping ourselves to be clear with our statements, and that this helps us not to lead our listeners toward a state of confusion. You probably would better understand this point I am trying to present to you as we discuss each of these rules. Basic rule: a singular subject takes a singular verb, whereas a plural subject takes a plural verb. Examples: Sheila plays a piano. In this example, Sheila is a singular subject, hence a singular verb which is plays is used in the sentence. Marco and Eric are my friends. In this example, Marco and Eric is a plural subject, hence a plural verb "are" is used in the sentence. The audience hold on to their different views. In this example, the audience have different views. For this reason, a verb in its plural form is used. Rule number 1. A subject comes before the phrase that begins with "of." You must remember that your verb should agree with the subject and not the object of your prepositional phrase. Examples: a group of performers is visiting us today. The subject here is group, and this is where our verb should agree. This is why we are using the verb is. The prepositional phrase of performers must not confuse you with where your verb should agree. A choir of singers is now here to sing for us. The subject here is choir, and this is where our verb should agree. This is why we are using the verb is. The prepositional phrase of singers must not confuse you with where your verb should agree. A cast of actors attends the awarding event every year. The subject here is cast, and this is where our verb should agree. This is why we are using the verb attends. The prepositional phrase of actors must not confuse you with where your verb should agree. Rule number 2. Two singular subjects connected by or, either or, and neither nor require a singular form of a verb. Examples: it is either Carlo or Martin who checks the paper. In this sentence, we are only referring to one person who would check the paper. This may be Carlo or Martin. Sheila or Martin is going to the mall. In this sentence, we are only referring to one person who would go to the mall. This may be Sheila or Martin. Neither the lawyer nor the doctor is responsible for what happened. In this sentence, we would like to express that it is not the lawyer and not also the doctor who would be held responsible for what happened. Hence, our verb is in singular form, which is is. Rule number 3. The verb agrees to the subject closer to it. This is for subjects joined by or, either or, and neither nor. Example: neither the director nor the employees fight for their freedom. In this sentence, the verb fight is closer to the subject employees. Because of this, the verb fight agrees with the subject employees, because employees is closer to the verb fight. Let me explain again. In this sentence, the verb fight is closer to the subject employees. Because of this, the verb fight agrees with the subject employees, because employees is closer to the verb fight. Either the advocates or the lawyer looks after the victims in this situation. Here, there are two subjects, which are the advocates and the lawyer. The subject that is closer to the verb looks is lawyer. Hence, looks agrees to the subject lawyer, which is a singular subject. Martina or her classmates talk to Alex. Here, there are two subjects, Martina and her classmates. The subject that is closer to the verb talk is classmates. This is why the verb talk agrees to the subject classmates. Rule number 4. Use a plural verb with two or more subjects joined by the coordinating conjunction "and". Examples: apples and oranges are my favorite. Here, we are using the coordinating conjunction "and" to join apples and oranges. This is the reason why our verb are is in plural form. English and math cover a great part of the examination. Here, we have two subjects which are English and math, joined by a coordinating conjunction "and". This is the reason why our verb should be cover, which is in plural form. ABS-CBN and GMA are the two main stations in the Philippines. Here, we have two subjects which are ABS-CBN and GMA, joined by a coordinating conjunction "and". This is the reason why our verb should be are, which is a plural be verb. Exceptions. Breaking and entering is not allowed. Although breaking and entering are two different activities, these two terms stand for one activity, which is a violation of a policy. Hence, we are using the singular verb is for this. Mac and cheese is easy to prepare. Although mac and cheese are two different things, these two are inseparable and these two stand as one. Hence, we are using the singular verb is for this. Puto and dinuguan is now available in Mang Inasal. Although puto and dinuguan are two different things, these two are best joined together and for this, these two stand as one. Hence, we are using the singular verb is for this. Rule number 5. The verb agrees to the subject, not to the non-essential clauses. Example: the doctor, together with the nurses, is monitoring the patient. The verb is here agrees to the doctor, not the nurses. The lawyer, along with these assistants, is working on a case. Here, the verb is agrees to the lawyer, not his assistants. The teacher, with her students, goes to the library. Here, the verb goes agrees to the teacher, not with her students. Rule number 6. For inverted subjects, the verb agrees to the subject still. Examples: there are challenges you would encounter in your journey. Here, the verb are agrees to the subject challenges. Here are the samples you told me to bring. Here, the verb are agrees to the subject samples. There is a 5-story building at the corner. Here, the verb is agrees to the subject 5-story building. Rule number 7. Use a singular verb with distances, period of time, amount of money, etc. Examples: 3 kilometers is too long. Here, 3 kilometers refers to a distance. Hence, the verb should be singular, which is. 3 years makes the story long. Here, 3 years refers to a period of time. Hence, the verb should be singular, which is makes. 1/2 sack of rice is given to the people. 1/2 refers to a portion of a whole. Hence, the verb should be singular, which is. Rule number 8. For looking at the part of something, the agreement depends on the object of the preposition. Examples: 1/2 of the island is now monitored. The object of the preposition is an island. A part of this island calls only for a singular subject to be used. A third of a class review in different centers for their college entrance tests. If there are 40 students in a class, 30 would be its 1/3. Hence, the verb review is in plural form, since we have a plural subject. Some of the students feel pressure and anxiety. Here, we refer to several students. Hence, the verb feel is in plural form. Rule number 9. For collective nouns or names for a number of people or things, the verb depends on the intention of the writer in a statement. Examples. The audience have different views about the presentation. Here, the audience have different views. This means that we're not looking at this as a single unit, but a unit with members who have different views. Hence, we are using a plural form of the verb, which is have. The crowd cheers for the main actor. Here, we look at the crowd as one unit. In this statement, it is expressed that all members of this group cheer for the main actor. Hence, we use the singular subject cheers because crowd stands as one for all those people who are part of it. The population is monitored by the National Statistics Office. Here, population stands as one, not having different views or beliefs. Hence, a singular verb is used. Rule number 10. For second conditional sentences, we use where instead of was. Here, you imagine yourself or one person in the position or situation of the other or another person. This is a condition that is contrary to a fact. The mood here is subjunctive. We say that the mood is subjunctive if you would like to express a desire, a requirement, a suggestion, or a hypothetical. Examples. If I were you, I would study more. Usually, we use was or am for I. However, this sentence expresses a condition. It falls under the second type of conditional sentences, and this is why we are using where as the verb. This has something to do with an expression of an impossibility. If Dave were here, he wouldn't make you feel sad. Usually, we use is or was for a singular subject. However, this sentence expresses a contrast to reality, which means that the subject Dave is no longer present at the moment. Hence, we use the verb where here. Alexa loves her as if she were her own daughter. Here, where is used because we express here an impossibility. Because of this, we need to use where given that this is a conditional sentence. Knowing the different subject-verb agreement rules allows you to write grammatical statements that would help you to express yourself with clarity. Following these rules would help you not to confuse those who listen to you or who read your work. The rules and subject-verb agreement always appears in various examinations, but you need to remember that apart from the purpose of getting a good score in an examination, the purpose of learning these rules in order for you to better express yourself in communication is far way more important. Thank you for watching my videos, and don't forget to subscribe the channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Thank you!